Well, today I'm going to do a full house cleaning with this creation that I made. This here is an Electrolux PN4 power brush connected to my Rainbow D3c. And the way I used to connect it is I used obviously the PN4. This is the later brown version, so it kind of matches the color scheme of the Rainbow. As you can see, you got the main cord coming from it up through the Electrolux sheath. And I got the Rainbow wand connected there. And here's the little pigtail, which normally connects to the Rainbow power brush. I've connected it down here at the top of the sheath where a normal Electrolux wand would fit there. And that is ran all the way to the motor unit, and that's how you get power to the brush roll on one of this. Unfortunately, for the way I set up, it is a little bit too tall for my taste, but shouldn't be too bad. We'll see how it all works here in a minute. And let me go ahead and show you the brush roll that this has. It's a dual row brush roll. This is all original from what I can tell. I may get a new brush roll for this, but we'll see. The bristles are very soft. They are very long too. That's one thing I do like about this. And one thing I love about this being an Electrolux power brush, it actually uses a geared belt instead of a rubber belt, unlike the Rainbows that use the rubber belt. So you do have a longer belt life on this, and as you can see, this is made out of metal. So, as you know, typical Rainbow fare. I'm going to take the motor off. Here is the separator. This is the original separator that these D3s came with. And there's the water basin. I'm going to fill that up with water here in a minute. So let's go ahead, and without further ado, we'll go ahead and get started. Now, why I'm just choosing to run this with the Electrolux PN4, I actually got this for another vacuum that I'm working on that y'all just have to wait later to see it when it's complete. There's still some parts that need to be thrown onto it. But for now, I'm just running this on my Rainbow just to give it a test to see how my efforts to clean out and grease the bearings inside the brush roll, which were very seized up when I got it. But I cleaned it up as best as I could, and I think I got it working pretty good, but we'll see how it all works out. Alright, the water basin's filled up. Set the motor unit on. Connect the connection to the power brush, and let's get started. quick idea of the carpet lines this thing makes. Very impressive grooming, I will tell you. But I will admit, the agitation from this PN4 really isn't as much as I'd like, but that is due to the fact that the bristles are very soft. So maybe a replacement brush roll might fix that. And also, compared to the original Electrolux this would have been hooked up to, the Rainbow doesn't have as high of suction and airflow as the equivalent Lux would. But so far I do like it and at the same time dislike it. So let's continue on and show you final results. Alright, full house cleaning is all complete. I will say this setup actually does a pretty good job. Doesn't have as much agitation because the bristles are so soft, but grooms very well. But partly the reason why it doesn't have that much agitation is because these Rainbows don't really produce as much suction and airflow compared to the Electroluxes of the time. So that's partly the reason why it wouldn't do as good. And in my opinion, I feel like this PN4 makes a better seal to the carpet, or if not better, than the PN1 that these Rainbow normally would have came with. So, but right now, let's go ahead and take the motor unit off just to see how much this thing picked up. And look at this. Hold it up to the light here. Now, I will tell you one thing. I have not vacuumed this house in about 2 weeks because I've been out of town, but this is just fantastic pickup results. And did pick up a little bit of fibrous materials, most of which is from the downstairs rug, but others is what looks to be pet hair. So yeah, the brush roll in these definitely do good for picking up pet hair, as you saw in this. So now I'll go ahead and clean this guy out and wash it out, dry it out, then conclude the video. Well, everybody, I hope you've enjoyed this full house cleaning with the Rainbow D3c with the Electrolux PN4. It's part of a new series that I'm making to basically test mismatched power brushes on different canisters. So, be sure and stay tuned. Don't forget to like, rate, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.